All right, let's talk about proof the Detroit Lions are being cheap. You got people saying, well, show me where they're cheap. They get the cap with the cap space. They spending cap space. We'll get right to it. Be right back. All right, man. Proof. All right. When you look at the last few GMs, all right, they all been first time GMs in a row. Unless my memory doesn't serve me correctly. So if my memory serves me correctly, all the Lions GMs have been first year GMs and they keep getting the same results. Okay, we're gonna talk about Brad Holmes too. Where he going wrong at? Okay, and from this list, they all have long tenures. If this list is correctly, they all have long tenures. So look at this list real quick. And that's something I want to talk about. I'll get the hardball later, right? Look at this list. If they math is correct, right? If this math is correct, can we all see this? Good enough. If this math is correct, they have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 GMs. They have had 13 GMs or director person. I don't know. I'm guessing these are GMs that run the show, right? I didn't know Bill Tobin. I don't know who that is. But I know for a fact this might not be. So I don't know. So they said from 01 to 08, it was Matt Millen. He was just, I don't know about this guy, but I know it went from Millen to Mayhew. Right? And if you notice, you look at this list, I don't know about Tobbins. I don't know about him. I don't think he obviously went to GM. But if you look, first timer. Now I'm talking about the intern, first timer. All these guys are first timer. People tend to forget. Remember, Mayhew was, Matt Millen said Mayhew was the one that told him to take Charles Rogers. He was going to take DeMarcus Ware. And what Mayhew did, he did what anybody, would do to Mr. Ford. He finessed Mr. Ford. He told him that was Matt Millen making them picks, not me. And Martin Mayhew was just as dreadful as Matt Millen without the 0-16. Proof. They continue to hire first-time GMs that nobody else wants. Why? It's cheaper. They want to act like they hired a hiring firm, or what's my man that was from the Giants that was helping them? Come on, waste of money. You can do bad by yourself. You can do bad without spending money on a hiring firm. You can do bad without my man from the Giants, the senior advisor. Because you continue to hire first-time GMs. Go get somebody that know what they want to do. You want to know why they won't go do that? Because they don't want to spend the money. They don't want to pay that bad. They got a cheap head coach and a cheap general manager. That's why. Ain't nothing going to change with them being cheap. Nothing is going to change. And it's living proof. You say, well, look at the cap space. Well, it's more in cap space. Look at Ford Field. It's a warehouse. It aged like bananas. It's an actual warehouse. They are being cheap. They do not want to pay nobody that's done it before. Why not? Why are we not paying guys who've been through the fire, that's done it? And then when you're doing first-time GMs, you're not even getting the best candidate. You're not even getting the best candidate. You getting how many people interview Bob Quinn? How many people interviewed Brad Holmes? How many people interviewed Dan Campbell? How many people interviewed Matt Millen? Just think about that for a minute. You see Terry Fontu, the dude that was from New Orleans, we interviewed. You see he went to Atlanta. He had options. They getting guys that people don't want. And Brad Holmes is a long list of those guys. Who interviewed Brad Holmes? Who made Brad Holmes a serious offer? When they couldn't get Matt Campbell because he was too expensive. When they didn't want to pay Matt Campbell, they said, well, we can get Brad Holmes. And we can get Dan Campbell. It's no mystery, bro. They don't want to spend the money. And now it's proofs in the pudding with mistakes that Brad Holmes is making. He never did the job before. He was college director of personnel. That's what he was. Why would you go get a guy that didn't know what he was doing? You might as well let Bob Quinn. You might as well let Bob Quinn continue to learn on the job. So the going rate for GMs is $1 to $3 million a year. In 2016, at the top 5, John Elway made $3 million. Bill Belichick made $7.5. John Snyder made $3, almost $4. Ozzie Newsome made $10. This is 2016. We got 2021 here. I don't know what happened here. Here we go. So less than 2 years was to get one. So it's 2021. John Snyder, 3, signed around 4. Elway around 3 when he was doing it. I don't know. This might be a little off. So I don't know. But can't find a new one. So, I wonder how much Brad Holmes making. Hold on. Boys, how are they being cheap, man? Come on. For one, he's a 1 year guy. So it don't disclose it. Maybe they couldn't afford Louis Riddick. That's why I stayed at ESPN. They don't want to pay nobody. And now you're talking about some of the mistakes he made. You trade late picks for Trinity Benson. He hasn't worked out. Look at the rookie. Sewell, he catching it. Levi Anazorki, he playing part-time. Elefantu, he may be back after the bye. Aline, he's still learning. Tough position. The biggest mistake that they made on the field was going from a 4-3 or 4-3 to a 3-4. This team should be a 3-4 or 4-3 until you get a 3-4 personnel predominantly. But continuing on, Jamar Jefferson, he finally played. He did score yesterday. So like I said before, it's too early to tell him draft class. I think he got something there. It's gonna take some time. But personnel moves wise, trading Jared Goff is always gonna be a stain on his resume unless Jared Goff get it together. And that's always gonna be a stain on his resume, man. It's something that he ain't gonna stay till he do it the right way. It's something that he's not going to be able to escape unless he does it. Jared Goff get it together, or he does it the right way. And like I said today, right now the number one objective was support Jared Goff when you traded for him, and now Jared Goff at least here for another year. You get some compensatory picks next year. But like I said before, man, he should have loaded, and he tried to build through the trenches and all of that, and that's fine. And that may pay dividends down the line because they got some things to decisions to make. High Tide probably gonna be gone next year. It's an out. Trey Flowers gonna be gone next year. It's an out. Julian Okora, he making some progress. So they got some things to make. And the next thing for this team is it's gonna take years to build depth. But now you have to find a quarterback, temporary or full time. But like I said before, man, people using the excuse, oh, it's a rebuild, it's a rebuild, it's a rebuild, it's a rebuild. A rebuild doesn't result in losing every game. Rebuild doesn't include trading your franchise quarterback and bringing a $30+ million quarterback in. It doesn't include that. A rebuild is you starting from the scratch. People say, we'll be rebuilding system. Okay, it is what I don't want to hear that comment. This is Brad Holmes' rebuild. You should rebuild. You did it right with the tackle to rebuild with the quarterback. Justin Fields should have been the guy. He's starting to kind of get his rhythm, and now you're in the quarterback class that did look promising from last year's draft. But right now, it doesn't look so promising. So, do you temporarily go get Jimmy Garoppolo once they release him, or do you trade for Jimmy Garoppolo and hope something shake? I don't know what they do. Jacoby Brissett, honestly, he put himself in the pickle by not. But they put themselves in the pickle, which I don't know if this Brad Holmes thing, but the biggest mistake he made besides Jared Goff was trading Matthew Stafford. Was trading Matthew Stafford was not trading Matthew Stafford for the best deal. They could have ended up with Sewell and Justin Fields, and if you didn't want Justin Fields, you could have moved back and got multiple picks. The biggest mistake he's made, or they have made of the organization, I'm gonna say him because he's the head, was not trading Stafford to Carolina. You should have said, okay, Carolina, I'll take the 1, but can I get a 3 next year? That would have been a better trade. You would have had you would have had your franchise left tackle, and then you would have your franchise quarterback. But they didn't do that. And if they was gonna take Jared Goff, they really want to trade for Matthew Stafford. You know what I would have did? I said, give me your next 5 first-round picks, and then we would have had a deal. And now the Rams have traded for Von Miller. But the Detroit Lions consistently keep doing this. They can consistently keep getting guys who have no experience at the position, and they're not trying to change it, no matter if Martha, Sheila, Mr. Ford, whoever it may be. They don't want to pay nobody to do the job. They're going to keep being cheap. So, I mean, it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think, man. Check the Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. I'm sorry. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you have a business question, inquiry, response, your video request, just hit me up. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link inscription. Appreciate the love, support. Don't forget to check out my main channel right on YouTube, Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you guys think about the video about the GMs and them being cheap. Appreciate the love, support. One time RC Sports Talk. Peace.